before we put a final bow on the Patrick Mahomes injury, let's hear directly from the GOAT, potentially the GOAT, trying to topple the GOAT that Devin knows very well on the ankle injury he suffered last night.
I was obviously running for the goal line, was about kind of committed to running the football, and at the last second saw Samaje, and so kind of awkwardly rolled the ankle a little bit. Definitely scary. I think it hurt more just because it's the same ankle I rolled last week. So it scared me a little bit, but once I kind of took my breath and kind of calmed down a little bit, ended up being not too bad. We were able to go in there, kind of get the respat, and go back on the football field. I was trying to run off the field, and they were telling me not to. Just kind of the football mentality is to get off the field, and we just scored a touchdown. And they told me to just take it slow, and as I started walking, I started feeling better. And obviously, after I get the respat, I get that comfortability back, and then took a few drops and felt good. You feel the pain, and that scares you because, obviously I've dealt with ankles before, but just kind of laid there. And as time kind of went on, the pain subsided. Yeah, that's what it was a big word for me. But it did, and so I just kind of got back to it and got back moving again, and felt comfortable going out there.
Walk it off. Walk it off. You don't need to say subsided. All you got to say is walk it off. I walked it off, right? Man, he's been hanging around Sims a little bit. That interview that they did earlier this year, something must have rubbed off. Subsided isn't even really a big word, Patrick.
What it speaks to is me and Maria, every Sunday, we're watching the game and somebody goes down and you're always doing a ton of things at the end of the table. And we're like, hey, Florio, so-and-so went down. Hey, the amount of guys that have gone down this year and either the cart comes out or like 3 trainers help them off the field, and then we see them come back in like 2 series later. Like, can we stop that? Like, I love what Mahomes just said. The football mentality is I want to get up, I want to take a couple steps, see if my ankle or whatever is hurting. Once I feel like it's all right, run off the field, jog off the field. There's something missing this year when we see guys get hurt of like, it looks so dramatic. And then you talked about it earlier. It forces the broadcasters to kind of speculate, but say you don't speculate. Like, it goes down this long road of it would just be so much easier for all of us watching the game at home. It'd be easier for your significant others, your parents, your loved ones. If you get up, show some toughness, either walk off the field if you can only walk, or run off the field. Like, I love what Mahomes said. He has done that throughout his career. He gets up, he shows some toughness. He kind of intimidates the other side of the ball by getting up after either a big hit or what it looks like is going to be a serious injury, and letting them know, I'm coming back. Like, I'll be back in this game. I've hated to see so many guys go off the field a certain way just to get to the sideline or get back in the locker room and be like, oh, like, I'm okay. Yeah, like, show your teammates you're okay. Inspire somebody. Like, get up, go off the field the right way. Stop with all the, like, I need help or I need to get on a cart. Like, the cart is the last resort. Nobody wants to go off the field that way.
I'm not going to name names, but you might be referring to one specific player who we apparently feared had his leg amputated during the game on Sunday and ended up being just fine not long after that.
There's been a few of them, though, throughout the year.
Yeah. That's a good point. It's a good point. And Mahomes, like, that's where I stray into the Roethlisberger territory. I mean, Roethlisberger did it for his own ego and self-esteem, and I'm not going to try to psychoanalyze him, but it was a very well-established part of who he was as a quarterback. With Mahomes, it's almost like this is part of the strategic effort to mess with you, the opponent. That I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think you've slayed the dragon, and then the dragon's going to come back and burn down your entire freaking village while you're celebrating the fact that you killed the dragon. That's what I'm going to do. And I feel like there's a little bit of that. It's not showmanship. It's not ego. It's just part of that mindset. This is how I go about defeating you. I make you think you got a chance before I come back and remind you that you don't.
It is funny because as you bring up Roethlisberger, I often think back to, like, we were playing him and it'd be like he has like 1 or 2 broken toes, or like some of the, you would be like, dang, is he about to play through that? Like that sounds crazy. And then you would get out there and a lot of those weeks, you know, obviously Belichick playing him over the years would be like, guys, whatever is wrong with him, it's not going to matter on Sunday. We need to be ready to go to see whatever the version of Roethlisberger that you've seen all year, you're going to get that from him. Whereas like Mahomes, you think about what was it, the Cleveland game, he gets hit, it looks like he's done, turns his ankle, comes back. Like no matter what, you see him, he can look like he's in the most pain ever. You're like, yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. Like, and it's frustrating as a defense, I think, especially like last night. Tampa probably was like, oh, we might have a shot. This guy goes out, that changes everything. And he's like, well, not so fast. I'll be back. I'll be in this game. And he was back at 100%. Like he was running, he was still doing the same things. Again, it's remarkable to see his toughness and his skill level. We don't always see that in football players, and he has that more than anybody.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.